Hey guys, I just wanted to share with you a little result of an experiment I've been doing, growing plants that are supposed to be grown in the Northeast, cold hardy plants down here in Florida. And I'm going to start off with this Japanese maple. You could obviously recognize right away that it is a Japanese maple. As to the breed, I'm not as sure. However, this tree is doing excellent. It may be a little bit spindly, but this tree was a 2-inch seedling last year. When I was up there, I was passing by somebody who was weed eating their yard, and there was a large, if I'm correct, it was a blood-good Japanese maple tree, and there was a seedling underneath it. He was about to take it out, so I took it out before he did, and I brought it down with me to Florida and put it in a pot. It's been in mostly shade, but I would imagine, considering our high index of sunlight, that would be beneficial for this tree, especially since it's an understory tree. And I was really surprised with the results. As I said, this thing is doing well. It's not branched out. It's really one tall tree thing, but it's definitely producing new growth constantly. You know, if you guys have any information on how I should go about getting this to branch out, or what I should do as far as cold hardiness during the winter, because it really doesn't get cold here, I would love to hear from anybody who would give me some hints on that. We're going to go here over to a cedar. If I'm correct, again, this is a cedar that was picked up from a friend of mine out in Virginia. It was in his yard, and he continuously mowed it down with a lawnmower, so I wanted to give it a try and see if it would go anywhere. You can see that thick stem down there. Hopefully. Anyhow, this tree was very small. It was clustered around the center, and it's got all these new shoots since I've brought it down here. So it is definitely growing, and it's fitting in with this environment very nicely. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it yet, and I don't know if these trees will grow large here. Maybe I'll try to get it to be a bonsai, considering it does have that fairly thick stem in comparison to the size of the tree. So it'll be very interesting to see how this works out. And last but not least, I have over here a crabapple tree. Now, this tree was actually from Pennsylvania, and I'm not 100% sure if it is a crabapple tree, but it came from a seedling that was in my grandparents' yard in western Pennsylvania. The very interesting thing about this tree is that they have described it not only producing really beautiful flowers during the spring, which most fruit trees do up north, but actually producing crabapples that were edible, not sour. Yes. Oh, it's very windy. Sweet fruit, according to them, that you could actually eat like a peach. They still say it was a crabapple, but I'm interested to see what it'll do, especially since it's actually flourishing here in Florida. It's been here for 2 years now, so it has gone through winter, and it still came out back in the spring, which is really our summer, and continued to produce this growth. A question I would have for you guys, again, not familiar with these things, you can see the base here has 3 stems. So I've decided that if it continued to try to produce another stem at the base, I would snip it at the bud and prevent that from occurring, and keep it at these 3 stems. But is that unhealthy to have multiple stems coming out of the base of the plant? I know it is unhealthy to have mulch right up to the plant, so I've ensured to keep that back. But yes, very interesting to see this far south in Florida, where maybe 1 or 2 days will touch 32 at night, that all of these northern plants have been flourishing here.